What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fact versus Fiction. I'm your host, Slim Johnson, and we back with another one. So go ahead, strap in. You already see the title of this video, so you already know what's about to go down. Let's go.
Mom don't even know what they doing, and they hit it big. Next thing you know, they gone. Mama don't know nothing about the business. Once the business get them, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Once they get around their favorite artist for the first time, they get a popping little record, they start getting introduced to, you know what I'm saying? Then it just go, now you lost them in the sauce. There's no guidance. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just no guidance. And I think that's the thing. These cats don't have no guidance. It's no more big homies. It's no more this. It's just.
But when your big homies are also not the right impression or doing bad too, do you get nervous when you see all the takedowns that are happening right now in the industry?
Me? No.
How do you feel about it?
I think it's a very, very messed up situation. You know what I'm saying? I think it's crazy. Like for me, I know I haven't seen anything to like hit the news that, as far as like our industry, that made me feel some type of way like for 3 days straight. Like I can't, like nah, I would have never thought it would. If it is the end, this would be the story of how it would end. It ain't supposed to end like this. Mm-hmm. Like for me thinking on it, bro, supposed to be on a 250-foot yacht with his wife, leg up, chilling. This how you ride it out. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of us probably never thought that we would see this. But for me, it's like, it's just unreal. Like it seems unreal at times. I know me and Jermaine, we spoke about it, and I'm just like, I would never thought that we would see him in this position, ever.
Even with all the rumors that I've always circulated.
Never. Just never thought I'd see it like this. Like, nah. He's like the gatekeeper to the game, to the point to where, what weekend just passed? Like BET Award weekend, it didn't, like the past two, they just didn't feel right. Because there was no motion, there was no parties. There was nowhere to go. Like,
let's be very specific between like, parties and freak-offs.
No, the industry, like the parties that we attend, like there's me, the Terraces,
I left before one. I never stayed. I've only been to 2 parties and like, I've never seen a freak-off.
Yeah, like, but it shows, and once again, I'm separating it, right? I'm talking about him as the artist, mm-hmm. the person, right? How monumental and how important he was to the culture, because I said, Jermaine, there's no parties. Every year, dude had the fest, and you feel it. It's like a hole. It's like, damn, we ain't going. He was just such a gatekeeper for him. The liquor in the clubs, like he was everything hip hop.
Yeah. Ooh, that boy Bow Wow fiending for a Diddy party. He don't know what to do. Oh, he's stuck. He don't know what to do without the Diddy parties. Oh, that man been knowing what's going on. He been in the game for like 20 years since he was a little lad. Since he was a little kid. He knew what was going on. Oh, he don't know where to go now. He already know. Let's keep going.
The nigga Puff was like, yeah, like first he was amping him to get style. Then he was like, so when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we could just hang out, nigga, we gotta kick it.
This is
Puff.
Okay.
He telling me we gotta kick it and shit, and he was like, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said? I got the fuck away from him, because I was like, this nigga, this nigga just tell me he take me shopping. And this is shit that goes on. But there's a little fruit pie. It's a fruit pie. It's a fruit pie, trust me. You see these little weird ass pictures and shit like that out there, sitting out there for no reason. You don't see accident pictures with me like kissing niggas. Like that doesn't happen by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look, later you gonna find out a little shit that I be saying be real. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man, listen, I'm trying to tell you the truth. But the truth, sometimes it hurts. Right. It hurts people and they don't want to hear that shit. But I'm trying to tell you, nigga asked me, could he take me shopping? And it fucked me up because I'm looking like, what the fuck did this nigga just say? I want to take you shopping. I got a bankroll on about this motherfucker. I want to take you. Why? Because when you walk around looking so motherfucking good, I'm gonna feel like, God damn it, that motherfucker with me. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. But when
birthday to you, happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
This is a special birthday for both of us.
Yeah.
Cause it's
Oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Why do you think TD Jakes was at Puff Daddy's birthday party?
If Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons: money or sex. That's all that happens at Diddy parties. I hope it was for money, because arguing about who's going to put the strap on is... that can be a very uncomfortable situation. You know, we're going to pray on it. Praise the Lord, you know?
Amen.
Recently today, I've heard from 2 other victims that it's just a lot to talk about, that experienced the same thing that I experienced.
The people he was speaking up for turned out to be alleged victims of TD Jakes' not-so-pretty side. You'd be quick to doubt it, but taking a look at the man's history makes it a little difficult to contend.
TD Jakes was hanging out at a rapper and twerking party that Puff Daddy held. He's sitting right there, old TD Snakes.
Even someone who's been at those parties was shocked at the news of a public preacher showing up there.
Rumors surrounding, Diddy and TD Jakes.
Why would a religious man like himself be at a party which ain't nothing but sin that's going?
And it's not just his bodyguard that feels that way. Other people in the entertainment industry with insider knowledge say he's much worse than he appears to the world.
See, they're up in another hemisphere than regular too. They're very insulated. They can do what they want. They got people on.
It's not every day you get to see famous preachers in the headlines. And in most cases, when you do see them, it's usually for something related to their message. Over the past couple of weeks, TD Jakes has gone against this expected tide of people in his line of work, as the famed bishop has been wrapped up in some rather unusual news. Now, his media appearances have taken an even worse direction, with his name making the news right next to allegations of arrest. I mean, unlike most preachers, Jakes is actually no stranger to being the center of media attention. His church growth over the years, coupled with his involvement with several successful figures in the entertainment industry, has earned him an almost unshakable spot in society. And you know what comes with that kind of success? Fame. Well, it seems his messages aren't the only thing he's famous for, as recent news reports are saying the man might not exactly be a follower of his own message. There are successful theologists in the world, and then there are people like Bishop TD Jakes, who seem to have figured out a way to bridge the gap between the entertainment community, particularly the hip-hop scene, and biblical messages. Not only has the man been involved with several high-profile figures both within and outside the black community, but his reach even spans into the international scene. However, like many people religious leader alike, Jakes has constantly faced criticism for his associations with several high-net-worth individuals that most people consider sketchy. The preacher, however, has always let those claims fly right over his head, as he never...
Well, you know what they say, it's kind of hard to be successful and also still follow God. That's a fine line to walk. You're going to be walking with the devil too at the same time. You're hanging out around with a lot of sketchy people. Hey, your booty hole just might get taken. You don't have the right morals and values, they say. You know Diddy, he gonna do what Diddy do. He gonna take what's his. He gonna take what he want. He gonna get it, along with some other people. So you in a higher echelon of the group, it's over. It's gonna be over for you, because you know what they want, and they gonna endorse you too, to some extent. You just got to give up something first. I don't know. Look like all of Hollywood might be coming down pretty soon. It just might be. because this is insane. There's people who we still don't know, who's still in the closet. They still in the closet and we just don't even know it yet. But, let's keep going.
Here. That's the thing about platforms. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as there's something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. Well, Jack, you were right, unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
So, that's the first time in a while since Jay-Z and Beyonce have said anything about these quote-unquote allegations or stimulations, whatever the case may be. Any other time, they're pretty quiet about it. Since this whole Diddy thing, they've been pretty quiet about it. They went on to Jack Warright. She went on to Piers Morgan. She called out Beyonce and Jay-Z. I guess they only reached out to Piers Morgan because he's more credible, and in a way, it could be defamation on, you would say, his part, because he has a larger platform. Where Jack Warright, she went on to the Art of Dialogue and all these other platforms like Black TV and whatnot, and spewed the same message, but they had never contacted her or the other platforms before, and she keeps saying the same message time and time and time again. So the question is, I guess, is there any legitimacy to what she has been saying this entire time with, Jay-Z and Beyonce and Diddy and whoever else, LeBron? He could be in there too. He's at the Diddy parties. Who else? There's a number of people we just don't even know about yet. Usher. Who else? Meek Mill. Who else? Nicki Minaj, probably. I don't know. All I know is the ship is crashing and is burning, and we don't know what's about to happen next. So, what I'm about to do now is go and look up this other video of this alleged victim. Apparently, she was lying about being essayed by Diddy. So we're going to see what she's talking about. And yeah.
The internal pain after being assaulted has been incredibly deep and hard to put into words. It goes beyond just physical harm caused by and during the assault. It's a pain that reaches into your very core of who you are and leaving emotional scars that may never fully heal. Some of the hardest parts of this pain are the shame and the guilt I have experienced that plays a negative part in my day-to-day ability to function properly. Being blamed, questioned, and threatened has often made me feel worthless, isolated, and sometimes responsible for what happened to me. my family issues made the pain even worse. I was already going through a divorce at the time of the assault and did not get the support that I needed. I was also faced with disbelief and judgment. This has put a strain on my selection of men and relationships. Where many relationships became aggressive and abusive, which has made me feel even more alone in my struggles.
All right. There hasn't been a drop of tears. There hasn't been a single drop of tears, and she just wiping her face, going like this, as if she's crying. I get it. If it actually happens, it's a terrible thing. If it actually happens, I'm sorry that it happened to you, you know? But you can't be going around here faking this type of thing, because in this type of situation, where it's this severe, and we know he has his tendencies to, have done that in the past, and we've seen some of the tapes and heard some of the rumors and allegations and everything like that. But we also know there will be frauds out there who are looking to try to get a quick buck out of this as well. Whether they've been to a Diddy party or whether they haven't been to a Diddy party. This is something that is serious. I believe for her, if she hung out with the Diddy, I think it was about 20 years ago. One thing to note as well is she hasn't really looked up into the audience, because she's just reading off a piece of paper. I can't say for sure if that's a telltale sign of you actually being a victim or not, but I do know when you look at somebody, you're talking like I'm looking at the camera and I'm talking, and it creates a connection and lets you know that you're being genuine with the message that the message that you're trying to send, what you're trying to get across. It lets you know that somebody's being genuine when you're looking at the person face to face, and she hasn't done that at all anyways from here. But there's all these sniffles and not a drop of tear. So anyways, let's keep going.
I go through spells of being distant and withdrawn, that it's sometimes so hard to leave my house. The trauma of the assault has taken a toll on my mental health. I've had PTSD, depression, and anxiety. I'm emotionally scarred. It has been hard for me to trust others, to form healthy relationships, or even feel safe in my own skin. Flashbacks, nightmares, and intrusive thoughts make me feel like it's a constant struggle. I also suffer with physical problems such as chronic pain, sexual discomfort. The violation I have experienced during the assault has had lasting effects on my body, causing ongoing health problems and complications. The combination of physical and emotional pain has created a cycle of suffering from which it is so hard to break free. I want to continue on this journey.
takes a twist as text messages suggest accuser offered $3 million to her ex to support her story. Yeah, Diddy's latest accuser, who's suing him for allegedly raping her and recording it, tried to get her now ex-boyfriend to corroborate her claim by paying him 7 figures, according to TMZ. Thaya Graves is suing Diddy and his head of security, Joseph Sherman, for allegedly raping her in 2001. And in the suit, she says she was dating one of Diddy's employees who was shown on a video of the alleged incident.
I thought she was going through a divorce during the assault.
I was already going through a divorce at the time of the assault.
However, TMZ has seen a November 2023 text exchange between Thalia and the man who was her boyfriend in it. She reveals she's planning to sue Diddy because he's the one that has the money. I want to know why TMZ ain't dropped the actual text message thread. That would have gave this shit more credibility. Why didn't y'all drop that shit? But on Baller Alert, this shit say Thaya Graves recently filed a lawsuit against Diddy of rape and recorded the act has now been accused, blah, blah, blah. The lawsuit filed against Diddy and his former head of security, Joseph Big Joe Sherman, alleges that Graves was raped in 2001. Graves claims her then ex-boyfriend, who worked for Diddy at the time, was shown a recording of the alleged incident. However, text exchange between Graves and her ex-boyfriend in 2023 reveal a different side of the story. According to text, Graves openly stated that she planned to sue Diddy because he's the one that has the money. She then reportedly offered the man $3 million and testified that he had seen the alleged video. In one of the texts, Graves appears to ask her ex directly, "What do you think? $3 million?" After discussing the case, the man who confirmed the text's authenticity to TMZ says he interpreted the message as an attempt to bribe him in supporting her accusations. He shared that after receiving the text, he promptly blocked her on all platforms, cutting off communication. Why the fuck would you do that, bro? Shit, you gotta keep that you gotta keep that line open, fam. Shit. That's cha-ching for you if you fucking exposing this bitch spot and she your ex, bruh. No, hell no. Why would you block her? And then go to TMZ, bruh. Keep that line open and then fuck her ass up even more. Meanwhile, Diddy's legal team has reportedly obtained copies of the same messages and may use them to challenge Graves' credibility in court. Joseph Sherman, who was also named in the lawsuit, has publicly stated that he never met Graves and was not employed by Diddy during the time of the alleged assault. Thalia Graves' attorney, Gloria Aura, responded to the recent claims by stating it is very common that rich, powerful men and their supporters attempt to discredit, shame, and humiliate accusers who have the courage to come forward. The complaint speaks for itself.
So, yeah, there's that as well that's going on. She allegedly planned this. There was an alleged video, but it's not out yet. She asked her ex to vouch for this, and she would pay him $3 million to say that he's seen this video. It kind of reminds me of the Trevor Bauer situation. If you don't know who he is, who was a baseball player, MLB player. There was this female that accused him of grape or essay, and her friend had planned to hit a lick on him, and he ended up getting suspended from the baseball from MLB during this time, and still suspended, even though when everything came back he was innocent. But it's still, at this time, he still hasn't been able to play in the States. He's somewhere overseas now, and he does that. So but in this case with Diddy, he's done some things. We know he's done some things. His name has been tied to a multitude of things with the Biggie and Tupac and the J-Lo situation and Shine, and there's a list that follows him back 30 years. So those are two different, wildly huge differences right there. But like I said, we know that there's always going to be a false accusation. There's somebody who's going to want to blame an innocent person, or just trying to get some money out of somebody just because they have the money. If you've seen the last video, how I just did with Young Philly, we don't know if that person did it. We don't know if Young Philly is guilty or if he's not guilty. I just seen a girl exposing the the alleged victim. So I'll probably do a video on that as well. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe, share with your friends and family, do all that good stuff. And guess what? I will see you guys in the next episode. And if you're not there, then you are square. So until next time, peace.